Welcome to the realm of Tarbos.
Greetings all, Master Tarbos here. So, Assassin's Creed Valhalla has launched. I've been playing for a while and I'm probably about 30 hours in now, and I have to say that I really enjoy the game. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to comment on how I feel about the game so far. I don't do reviews because, first of all, who the hell is going to buy a game based on what I think? Nobody. So I'm going to make some comments, tell you what I think about things, and show you some footage of me in the open world doing stuff, and then I'm going to let it go at that. I will be putting out some more videos soon on a couple of different ways that I'm doing raids and a couple of things like that. So there will be things coming up. Anyway, to start with, I really think that the game is really well done. It looks beautiful. I don't have any issues with the combat system. I don't have any issues with any of the game mechanics at all. They take a couple of tries to get used to in some cases, but for the most part, it's not really a big deal. Most things are pretty familiar. If you played Origins or Odyssey, you're going to pick this up and you're going to have a pretty good idea of what's going on fairly quickly. I spent what is probably an incredible amount of time in the opening area in Norway, and I ensured that I cleared as much of that out as possible. There's, I think, one thing left that I need to do to actually completely finish that area, and that's just a fight that I couldn't finish at the time, and I'm going to have to go back and try it again. I think this was a good idea because it gave me access to a lot of materials that I needed for things. It got me a few decent weapons, some decent armor. Let me get familiar with how the game worked in an area where I knew I wasn't going to be overwhelmed and I wasn't going to have to deal with anything that I couldn't handle other than this one particular fight. Yeah, I died a few times, but that was mostly due to my ignorance or stupidity and making dumb mistakes, getting overwhelmed, not healing myself fast enough, common things like that. All in all, I really, really think that this is going to be a big improvement to the series. Lore-wise, I don't know what it's going to do. The couple of modern-day segments that I've run across so far I'm not seeing a whole lot to be impressed with, but I can always hold out hope. All in all, one of the biggest things is you can go anywhere on this map and explore at any power level. I've done a little bit of checking, and I happen to watch some videos from a YouTube creator named JorRaptor. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. And he had a video on how to get the Hidden Ones armor set. And he shows all the locations and tells you about where they're at and things like that. I did this at power level 25, and some of these areas that you're going into are way higher than that. And I died a couple of times again because I made a mistake and got seen and got overwhelmed. But I really like the set. I think it looks really good. It's not fully upgraded yet, but it looks really good. There's another set that I've thought about trying to get, which is called the Mentor set. I haven't really looked into where the pieces are for that, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that yet. And there's some specialty weapons that I know are out there that I'm thinking about trying to get, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those yet either. I'm not the person who does reviews, like I said, because nobody's going to buy a game based on what I think. Also, I don't look at games from a reviewer's point of view. I look at games in the aspect of, very subjective aspect. Do I like the game? Do I like the way it looks? Do I like the mechanics? Do I like the way the gameplay goes? Do I like the story? Things like this. So, because of that, I tend to be kind of one-sided about things, and I freely admit that I'm a real junkie for the Assassin's Creed franchise. The exploration in this game is amazing. I took basically the default settings in everything when I set up the game to start, and puts a fair amount of information on the map, but you still even if you just find an item and highlight it and walk or ride a horse towards that item, you will still run across things that are just out in the middle of nowhere for no apparent reason that may or may not turn out to be helpful for you. In the opening area in Norway, it's not uncommon to be running through wandering through the woods and find a dead wolf tree stump that's got 3 or 4 arrows stuck in it. And if you happen to be low on arrows, there you go. You get a few extras, which is good because at that point in that area, it's kind of tough to find refills in certain places. Anyway, I've babbled on long enough, so I hope you enjoy the video that you've seen, and I hope that you come back and watch some of the other things that I do. As always, I have been Master Tarvos, and remember, if you're not enjoying the game you're playing the wrong game.
Did you enjoy this video? If so, then leave a comment below and click on the like button. Also, you can click on the subscribe button and click the notification bell to be advised when new videos are added to the channel. If you're not enjoying the game you're playing the wrong game. This has been the Realm of Tarvos.